Hello YouTube, and today we will be doing part 2 of Minecraft Order of the Stone. And today I have not just gotten out of bed, so I'll probably be more energetic. We'll be doing Secret Friday updates. Let me move the Bandicam window real quick. Just one second. I'm trying to make my screen kind of usable. Alright, so I have Google Chrome right here, and there are a few Secret Friday updates that either didn't have very many changes, I didn't have the ability to show, or just weren't that exciting. And, I could just go on to other versions. So first of all, June 8th, okay, let me try that again. Friday update number 1, June 18th, 2010, was in the InfDev stage, and it added minecarts and rails. And actually, amazingly enough, I managed to find June 8th somewhere. I don't know how, but before there were minecarts and rails, which is kind of interesting. Then Friday number 2, June 25th, 2010, and InfDev added dungeons, mob spawners, and saddles. And then Friday number 3, Alpha 1.0.1. Date's not necessary in these next versions because they have an actual version number. Added redstone ore, redstone torches, levels? I think there's been levels for a very long time. Levers, buttons, wooden and stone pressure plates. Then Friday number 4, July 9th, 2010. I don't know why I told you the date there. Alpha 1.0.4, winter mode, which just adds snowfall, snow, and ice, and it will generate a level in winter mode at random. Friday number 5, Alpha 1.0.6, boats, cacti, and large trees. And Friday number 6, Alpha 1.0.11, sugarcane, paper, books, bookshelves, clay blocks, brick, slimes, slime balls, and milk. Wow. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking at. I've already prepared, and the sound apparently still doesn't work. I don't know why, but it doesn't. So, and I'm just messing with my microphone to make sure you can hear me. Okay, so World 1. Okay, so, and yes, I know that food does not stack in this version. Yeah, I was just using invedit, and it defaults to that. Okay, so I am on difficulty easy. I just happened to spawn in a snow world, so that's kind of interesting. And 4 review doesn't exist yet. Yeah, I forgot. If we had done Alpha 1.0.4, I could, well, actually, that would have been too early. In InDev, I forgot it still had the crazy walking animation. Okay, so we're in a snow world here. Let's get under here. Okay. We are at, I can't actually see yet. This version's too old for me to actually see. I'm going to dig straight down. Who cares if that's dangerous? I'm trying to find a cave to see if I could get some slimes to spawn. You know what? Hang on. I will be right back. Alright, I finished doing this. I have used MC Edit to get me to a good cave. A cave with redstone ore in it, and it was as far down as I could see that I could go. Along with, it was full of redstone, and it should be far enough down that slimes can spawn. I also loaded myself down with torches and sticks so that I could make redstone torches, and I have a door too. So now we can show the redstone. It also probably would have been a good idea to give myself a sword. I'm gonna do that just really quick. Okay, open World 1 and give myself a sword. Go over some stuff and save. Okay, there we go. Just thought that would have been necessary. Whoa, that was far away. See, I wasn't quite sure how this place was gonna look. So, woo, scary. Okay, alright, now there's iron right over there. That's kind of interesting. it has to be mined with an iron pickaxe or above, as you all probably know. And for some reason, the type of tool does not affect how long it takes. It does not affect the block hardness at all. I don't know why. I think that was a bug. It wasn't fixed until fairly recently, like beta 1.8 or something, which is a long ways away for this series to go. Okay. That's enough. Alright, so here I have a door. I'm going to stick this door on the ground. Okay, so it opens and closes. So now I have some redstone dust. I'll make 4 redstone torches. I don't know why, but I'm going to. And then if I lay down this redstone dust like this, and then place a torch down, redstone torch, then the door will open. See? But then, even while it's powered, I can still open and close it by right-clicking on it. So, that's kind of cool. Alright. So, if I can make this area a little darker, well, either a little darker, or if I just find a darker area, slime should be able to spawn. I'm just going to take away this torch right over here. And, well, I'll just hang out over here. And we'll see if we can't get some slimes to spawn. Okay, I'm not sure if it's been long enough yet, but if a creeper comes up, so help me. I can't see right now. I mean, this is at, like, Y value 2. Well, I mean, it's not that low, but I mean, if we dig down very far, we're just going to hit bedrock. Or we're going to get incinerated into lava. That's why you never dig down. Fire does not hurt you very fast in this version, which is kind of nice. Let me out. Crying out loud. I'm actually still not going to be able to get out. There. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Still my crazy self. Alright. I still don't know why no slimes are spawning. Okay, so I'm just going to say, yes, there are slimes. There are definitely slimes in this version. I'm not going to go to the trouble of trying to get them to spawn because they're being ornery. And we can just delete this world, I guess. Because I really don't care, I guess you could say. I don't know. What just happened? Alright, so there's a quick demonstration of this Secret Friday update. And we'll go on to the next one. That adds chickens, apparently. Just go ahead and delete this world. And I'll go on to the next version. Alright, now we are in Minecraft Alpha 1.0.14, sorry. And it was Secret Friday Update 7. And chickens, eggs, jukeboxes, music discs, minecarts, not minecarts weren't added. Minecarts that, let me say it this way. Powered minecarts and storage minecarts were added. Well, storage minecarts were technically re-added because the first release of minecarts, they were actually just for storage. They were not re-implemented until the minecarts and chests were added. Okay. I can't even begin to understand what is with my skin, so don't ask. I guess that was just part of this Minecraft.jar file. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the crafting recipes. I don't know why I'm sticking that there. Okay. So, first of all, a minecart is crafted like that. I don't know why I gave myself minecarts if I was just going to craft them. And also, I don't know why I showed you how to craft them, because that was needless. Minecarts weren't added in this update. I'm just completely losing my mind. Okay. Oops. Okay, so that's one stack of 64. Rails were not added in this update. I just had lost my mind when I was putting together my inventory. Having issues. Okay. So then, let's make a nice little closed track thingy. Okay. So, first of all, a storage minecart is crafted like this. When you break it, it gives you the chest and the minecart back. A powered minecart is crafted like this. When it is broken, it gives you the chest and the furnace back. Minecart and the furnace back. Okay, so what happens is, I'll stick this one down like this, and this one down like this. Oop. See, then you can store things in this chest minecart. And then the powered minecart, when it is right-clicked with coal, it will start moving. Whee! Alright. So that's that. Now, music discs and jukeboxes were added in this update, as I said. Crafted like so. Well, you can't hear it, of course. So, yeah. Since you can't hear it, I will just wait until a version with working sound. Just got wool for no reason. Here, I'll just surround it in wool for absolutely no reason. Okay. Okay, sheep, if that's what you want to do. Alright. Okay, so one little bitty change. I don't know if you noticed that. On the pause screen, the save and quit your title button no longer has 2 dots at the end of it. It just says save and quit your title. So that's just a little bitty change. Alright, now I will go on to the next part, or the next version. Alright, now Secret Friday update number 8. Fences, spider jockeys, and a few SMP updates. Well, spider jockeys, I don't really have a way of showing you that. I should probably, speaking of spider jockeys, change my difficulty to peaceful. Making sure my controls didn't get changed again. And we'll be using the same world. I don't think I can really show you right now. One small graphical change. The block placing animation was slightly changed, which is probably visible this way. If you'll remember, the block placing animation was like really extreme. It would just go way out. Yeah, that's been changed now. Just a slight graphical change. Hello, sheep, you're still moving. And then also, when you right-click on stuff now, you swing your fist. And the jukebox still won't work. So, let me get my sticks out of my storage minecart. Didn't really think I was going to need those again, but I did. And fences are done like this. Okay, so that's 20 fences. Fences work like this. They work better than blocks to encase stuff in because you can't jump over them. Although also, in this particular version of the game, the fence hitbox isn't fit around the fences themselves, so you can remove the corners, but the fence will still function without, even though there's a visual gap, there's not a physical gap. That was later changed. I think it was in Minecraft 1.0, I can't really remember. And my skin has been reverted to the default, thank goodness. I don't know what was up with that other one. Yeah, there's still no first person view. Oh, and also, in this version, your arm swings in third person view, but your chest plate doesn't move with your arm. Which is interesting. So that's weird. But there you go. Minecraft 1.0.17. I don't know really any other minor changes like the block placing animation. So let's just go on to alpha 1.1.1, which will take me a second because of a few other things. Wait, not 1.1.1, 1.1.0. Alright, so now we are in alpha 1.1.0. Sound still doesn't work. That's weird. I thought it did. Okay. Now, let's go to our world. So, what was added in this update was sneaking, new paintings. No, that's the next update. Sorry. The compass and a server-side inventory. Before, when you left the game in a multiplayer world, then you would lose everything in your inventory. You had to stash it in a chest or it would just be gone. So, now I'm going to craft a compass. Compasses are crafted just like so. And compasses will change direction to where it will change which direction is north. I don't know any other graphical changes. But in the next update, I will actually get to show you the jukebox. Go, furnace, go. Alright. So, going to the next one. That one was really short, I know. So, I will have to look up a few crafting recipes before we can go on. But we will go on, don't you worry. Alright, we're back. And just for your information, I could not get my hands on a working copy of Alpha 1.1.1, so I got my hands on a working copy of 1.1.2. And the sound still doesn't work. I swear it worked in 1.1.2. Okay, let's just get going. Okay, so in this update, sneaking, new paintings, and a fishing rod were added. Now, I have the stuff for that stuff. I have the things needed to craft that stuff in my inventory. And let me just go punch a sheep real quick. You can die. I don't like you. I don't like cows, and neither does ant venom. I'm actually just going to kill these sheep for the heck of it. Just because it's fun. It's funny for you to shear them right as you kill them. Alright, so we have enough wool to make 5 paintings, but not enough to actually... But we don't have enough sticks to make 5. Alright, so painting is crafted like this. And paintings weren't actually added in this update. There's just more of them. Now, let me find a good spot to put this. I don't know how big the biggest one is, but I think it's pretty big. I'm just gonna make a 3x3 area. What the? Give me that. Now I need 2 dirt. Alright, so sneaking prevents you from falling off of blocks. And you can use it to make it look like you're dancing. Do, 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 do. Alright, so... Alright. I don't know what paintings were added in this update, but we're just going to look at a bunch of them, so... I keep getting that one. And that one, apparently. I don't want those little ones. Why do I keep getting that one? That's just stupid. Alright, so you're just seeing a bunch of paintings because I'm doing that so rapidly. Okay, whatever. Alright, and this is the end of the Secret Friday updates, but I feel the need to show you the Halloween update too, because it just seems like an appropriate time to do so. Oh, and here's an egg. A couple of eggs. I forgot to actually show you the eggs, even though eggs were added in the previous version. Okay. Sheep. Okay. Now, let's go to the next part, and we'll be about done with this part. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Alright, so we're back with Alpha 1.2.6. I haven't tested any of these jars. I don't know what these 3 mods that have gotten installed are. Or, I don't know. This is not a vanilla jar. Let's just put it that way. I don't know why, but... I was using the digix.net launcher, and that's where I downloaded it from. I don't know why those mods are installed, because I thought the guy said he wasn't going to add jars to the launcher that were modded, but he apparently did. Alright, so, Halloween update. Huge list, very long. Alright, so I'm going to probably waste quite a bit of time reading this, but New Realm, the Nether. A quote-unquote hell world that can be used for quick travel. And I don't know if any of you knew this, but you can portal into the Nether, walk a few blocks, portal out, and you're thousands of blocks away from the start. So, that's kind of cool. New blocks. Spawned in Nether are netherrack, soul sand, and glowstone. Adds pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, and adds portals. I don't know how portal is a block. Well, I mean, it is. That's technical blocks, so I don't know why it's in there. New mobs, ghasts, and zombie pigmen. There's a clock now. There's a new terrain generator featuring biomes. Higher lighting values are required the deeper they are to keep mobs from spawning. Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Fishing rods now serve a purpose, actually. And I just realized I forgot to actually craft one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Wait, did I craft one? I don't think I did. Alright. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Stairs, crafting tables, chests, and furnaces now face the same direction as the player when placed. New music tracks. Creepers have new sounds. Grass and leaves are darker in the shade. Sunrise now creates a red glow at the horizon. Pressing F1 hides the HUD and view model from the first-person view. And in the third-person view, pressing F1 will create a view looking back at the player's own face. And here's a few bug fixes. Well, they're all SMP bug fixes, so I don't really need to read those. New bugs. Leaf decay is for some reason broken. Going higher than 62 meters above sea level, assuming that's blocks. I guess blocks are cubic meters. In SMP causes the player to be stuck in the sky. That makes sense. Save file size is calculated incorrectly after you visit the Nether, usually to 0.0 megabytes. Fake chunks now render at 32 million blocks away from the spawn. Of course they do. We all know what that is. It's called the Farlands. Well, past the Farlands. On rare occasions, an item will not appear in the inventory after they're picked up, and no more of this item will show up in the inventory. This can be fixed by closing the client. Okay. So that's the original bugs. I'm interested in those. So there's unpublished bug fixes in 01. New bugs. Armor no longer blocks damage. Well, that makes sense. And then 02, bug fix. Items no longer disappear when you die. Huh? Oh, then there was a quick fix on November 4th. The other one was October 31st. torches and jack-o'-lanterns no longer duplicated in SMP. Jack-o'-lanterns are given their own block ID, so existing jack-o'-lanterns will be replaced with pumpkins. Huh. Mob spawning is reverted to the old code, and leaf particles now reflect the biome instead of the grayscale texture. Signs on the side of cacti no longer crash the game. Well, those are bug fixes. Wait, what? Fix the player getting stuck in the top of the world in SMP. Optimize CPU usage for mob spawning. Music now plays in multiplayer. Armor bug was fixed in the next version. Whoa. Pressing F4 on your keyboard will spawn a nether portal. Lava flows further in the nether. I'm not even going to read that one. That one's longer than the original. And then 1.2.3 releases the leaf decay. But single player is completely broken. That's interesting. The next version to fix single player mode. 1.2.4. That's dangerous. The only aggressive mob that can spawn is a creeper. So that's interesting. Now in 1.2.4, you can spawn all mobs. That's just a bug fix update. And 1.2.6, current version. There's a kill command in SP which deals 1,000 damage points to the player. I've been reading this for 5 minutes now. That's a bug. No, it's not. Alright, I'm not even going to finish reading that. That's ridiculous. Okay. One graphical difference is that the version number is now displayed in the top left. I'm out of breath. Hold one. One second, I'm checking something. Oh yeah, clocks. Well. Well, we have Zan's mini map. Interesting. Okay. As you can see, there's biome colors now. If we venture out far enough, we'll see new terrain generation. And now I'm actually going to play the records. I don't want to get in trouble for, like, copyright infringement or something. Oops. So, I'm not going to play the whole song. That one sounds really bad, so I'm not even going to bother playing it. Alright. Here's a fishing rod. Well, there's no ocean in sight, but just to show you. You can. Oh, hello, chicken. You can indeed fish now. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, so give me 1 second. I wasn't actually prepared for this update, and that was a long update list. So just give me 1 second to get myself some stuff to make a clock. Okay, gold. No, I don't want gold tools. Gold ingot. 4 of those. Redstone dust. 1 redstone dust. Come on. Here. Save. Done. Okay. Good for you. Alright. I don't know if pressing F4 spawns another portal in 1.2.6. Nope. Doesn't. Alright, but you can see her face now. So that's cool. So there's our clock, and there's our compass, and I'm going to start this engine back up because this sheep is having fun. And I want it to continue having fun. Okay. Now I actually did somehow manage to forget to give myself the materials for another portal, and I really apologize for all this stuff. This is going to be a long episode, but they are necessities. So, let's get going. Save. I know this is probably going to be the longest part of this whole video. 8 minutes, and most of it was talking. Shut up. Why do you keep having to tell me about Zan's minimap? Okay. Place. I can hardly see. Oh well. Here. Because I have flint and steel. Alright. Alright, we've returned to the title screen. My save file decided to get corrupt and crash the game. So I'm going to find out if it is still corrupt. No, it's not. I'm just in the middle of nowhere and all my stuff is gone. Wow, that's nice. That's just really nice. Okay. So is my face. I don't know. That's off-ticked me, so. Oh well, who cares? That's the end of this episode anyway, so I'm just gonna delete that world. It's pointless to have it. But that was kind of weird. I've never had that happen before. I wonder if that was a bug that's just unlisted. Well, this is an unofficial bug list that I'm looking at, so. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. It now natively supports texture packs, but for some reason there's no scroll bar, so you actually have to manually scroll through it. Shut up, you stupid cat. That's what he's doing. So pitiful. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm sure this is going to be like 30 minutes long, probably longer. But I appreciate you being patient. Now, watching this whole video, if you did. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.